1800, and France has a new...
But if he ever makes a deep series like this about World War II, holy... Like going this detailed and well edited into World War II? Whoa.
Leader. 30-year-old first consul...
30-year-old man, what the fuck?
5 months have passed since the Brumaire coup cast France's
he was 5 months at home?
into the dustbin of history. In its aftermath,
He started that right now? Never gets
Napoleon
boring.
has skillfully outmaneuvered his co-conspirators.
It's like a watch party now?
And in a new constitution, confirmed by a massively rigged referendum, he's been confirmed as first consul. Alongside new consuls, Cambaceres and Lebrun. Napoleon wields enormous executive power and is eager to use it.
LeBron James.
First, he offers an amnesty to royalist rebels in the Vendée, helping to pacify the region and freeing up troops. Then he creates
I mean, the royalists must be very happy with an emperor, right?
a new national bank to restore confidence and growth to France's dysfunctional economy. He strengthens the gendarmerie, the paramilitary police, and orders it to take ruthless action against bandits who infest the French countryside. And he transforms
They hate him because he was lowborn. He made
personally
ice.
appointing prefects to govern every...
It really seems though, if you want to be a dictator in this universe, you need to use violence. Hitler, Putin, now ice a little bit in Trump. Oh, Napoleon. You can never just do it with words. You can't just like talk yourself to authoritarianism. It always needs a little bit
French
of violence.
département,
A little bit of secret
sub-prefects,
police.
and even the mayors of larger towns. Each achievement is trumpeted by the few newspapers still allowed to print, and which are now entirely under state control. But there is no reason to doubt Napoleon's immense popularity, and that his remarkable energy has begun to drag France out of chaos and torpor.
I personally see a lot of parallels, tell me if I'm wrong, but to Hitler. The rise, first he was a warrior in war, in World War One. Then the coup, people love him, but then it all goes downhill. Very big parallels, I feel like. Caesar was all, I don't know shit about Caesar,
his
honestly.
reputation has been forged
Putin was
in
also
war.
like that?
And with France facing another military crisis, he must quickly turn the situation around.
Hitler was shit commander. Yeah, I mean, obviously not full parallels. Yeah, sure.
Rule could end as suddenly as it began.
Napoleon was a good and true reformer. I don't really feel, sorry man, if I'm a lip tot, this celebration of Napoleon and chat of this great human being. He might have done great reforms and stuff, but still he was the reason of hundreds of thousands of deaths, destruction, pillaging, civilian deaths, rape, whatever the fuck. It's like this guy is just a fucking angel. What a Jacobin you are.
France is threatened on two fronts by the armies of Austria, which has 200,000 men in the field.
Did he
In
kill him?
Germany,
It wasn't his fault.
France's most powerful force, General Moreau's
5
Army
million
of the
dead?
Rhine,
Wow,
is
5
poised
million.
to launch a counterattack.
Defensive war. Hitler took the Czechs, Poland, and North France, and now the Allies are attacking Hitler. He's just defending himself, guys.
Moreau is a skilled commander with influential
What's your opinion? Write in chat.
who had himself turned down an invitation to lead a coup against the Directory. Napoleon, warily respectful for now, offers advice, but will leave Moreau to wage his own campaign. It is in Italy that Napoleon identifies the greatest threat and the greatest opportunity.
W trigger, Tommy, good job. I like triggering back. I don't do it often. Gives me power over you.
3 years ago, Napoleon's stunning victories had left France dominating
Yeah, North Italy. It's obviously French land. He's getting attacked here.
northern Italy. But in 1799, forces of the Second Coalition led by the great Russian general Alexander Suvorov, had won a series of crushing victories over the French. He had then been ordered to Switzerland. But before he could get there, General Massena...
Doesn't these videos make you want to play video games? Like EU and... I don't know, what other game? This makes me want to play video games.
Zurich thwarted coalition plans to unite their armies and staved off disaster for France. The unpredictable Emperor
When the Russian people were competent?
incensed by British provocations, had then withdrawn Russia from the Second Coalition. But nearly 100,000 Austrians remain in northern Italy, under the aggressive and able leadership of General Melas.
Assassin's Creed Unity's at this time? The next Assassin's Creed I'm playing is Black
forces,
Flag.
on the other hand, are scattered, outnumbered, and desperately short of supplies. It's nothing new for France's army of Italy. But even the arrival of the great General Massena to take charge barely lifts morale. It is a fragile position, but secretly, Napoleon is planning a grand strategic maneuver to turn the tables on the Austrians and crush Melas's army.
And I have a question, you guys are all geniuses. Why is Prussia out of this the whole time? Because of non-aggression pact? A truce? Like Austria, Russia, they're all doing their part, and Prussia is just doing nothing?
At Dijon, he has begun to assemble a new army of the reserve, under the nominal command of General Berthier.
I don't know much about history, man. You guys know everything. And when was Prussia's high time? There was a time where Prussia was God mode, right? When was that? 100 years after? Nah. 70 years after this, something. 1870 something? It's actually before Napoleon. Ah, okay. Okay. 50 years before. Everyone kind of has their time, huh?
Conscripts alike are scraped together from depots, provinces and garrisons, until a force of 60,000 men has been gathered.
You can bring back Napoleon wiki free?
A more cautious strategist may have chosen to reinforce Massena from the west, using established supply routes to shore up the front. But driving the enemy back on his own supply depots is likely to lead to stalemate. Instead, Napoleon plans to swing south through the Alps mountains.
Oh, he's doing
and
Hannibal?
emerge behind General Melas, cutting off his supplies and his escape.
7 Years' War? I don't know shit about this stuff, honestly.
Plans in history.
I could not tell you what the 7 Years' War is.
But it will depend on secrecy and surprise, a swift and safe passage through the mountains, and for Massena to hold the line in Italy as long as he can. But while Napoleon's army is still assembling in France, Massena comes under heavy attack. On the 6th of April, General Melas launches an offensive.
Shit, man, this makes me... You know, I'm starting to see like a future of this channel where we go into games like Napoleon Total War and we do one thing in it. I'm starting to learn like I shouldn't in the future, hey guys, now we're playing Wiki Free for a week. No, it should be, hey guys, we're doing one campaign on Wiki Free. We do it and then we're out again. This seems to like to dip in fast and get out again fast. And when is the new Wiki Free DLC coming? It's coming soon, right? I wouldn't mind. Like a France run or something? I wouldn't mind. On the 28th? Oh, it's in 4 days.
While
in 4
General
days.
Ott makes a diversionary attack on Genoa.
New DLC of EU5 also coming 2 weeks.
The coastal road at Savorna, driving a wedge
Very typical TommyKay stuff. It's a Japan DLC and I'm playing France.
between General Suchet's forces.
I would not
and
mind
General
some
Massena.
Wiki Free. Because one thing I'm learning about you guys and about Twitch, you're always learning, right? You guys love when I don't know shit in the game. You guys love that. Once I'm good at the game, the view count massively drops. That's right, when I like play Wiki Free and I'm like, oh guys, I don't know what's going on, can you explain? And then you guys are at home, this is my moment, so here's what you have to do, Tommy. But once I'm winning, yeah, like mansplaining. Once I'm winning, oh, I'm watching someone else now. It's exactly how this shit works, man. Literally me.
The French launched desperate counterattacks to break the encirclement. And General Soult wins a brilliant local victory over Ott at Monteface.
Gottesheim, what a cool name.
The French
Home of
are
God.
heavily outnumbered. After 2 weeks hard fighting, Massena is forced to withdraw into the city of Genoa, where he is besieged by land and sea. General Suchet is harried all the way back to the Var River on the French frontier.
But somehow, Napoleon will save the day again.
News of the army of Italy's defeat disturbs Napoleon. He is relying on Massena to fix Melas's attention. If Genoa falls before he arrives in Italy, he will be a sitting duck, trapped between the Austrians and the mountains. On the 6th of May,
It must have felt really good to be in the British Navy at that time, because you just keep winning. You don't get any
travels
else.
to Geneva to join the Army of the Reserve and order the offensive to begin.
Also, all this stuff really proves to me how important roads are, right? Having good roads is so important. So important. An army can pass always and at any season, wherever two men can set their feet. Okay. Oh.
The Alps.
Have fun.
500
Just wait 200 more years, all the snow is gone.
miles long, more than 100 miles wide.
Oh, get fucked. And probably not
Their
many
highest
roads.
peaks more than 15,000 feet. They can be traversed by several well-known mountain passes. But these are narrow, winding trails, vulnerable to avalanches,
Oh
with no
shit.
fodder for horses and mules.
General Winter fucks them all up. Yeah.
It's a daunting challenge for an army of 50,000 with 40 guns and hundreds of wagons.
Oh yeah, man.
Napoleon has decided the bulk of his forces
Who would have thought that by this point in history someone would have infrastructured these passes?
will cross at
Made
the
them a
Great
bit
St.
more
Bernard
roady.
Pass, at an elevation of 8,100 feet. On the 15th of May, General Lannes and his advance guard begin the climb.
It's Anzac Day here in Australia, should look into it. Australia emoji.
Thank you for 1,000 bit. Let me look into it. Let me look into it. Oh shit, I'm not making the joke correctly. Let me look into it. Super interesting, man. All the best to Australia. You guys are beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Australia emoji.
Even in late
Thank you, dude.
spring, the mountains are blanketed in deep snow. To reduce the risk of avalanche, they march at night and early morning. A strict silence is enforced. The only noise, the howling wind and
The
crunching
fucking shit
snow.
these people had to go through, man. And I'm just sitting here eating burgers.
The barrel of each cannon weighs around half a ton. General Marmont, commanding the artillery, comes up with the idea of laying them in hollowed-out tree trunks, so they can be hauled like sleds. Lannes' advance guard snakes up the 8-mile trail. It's 5 hours of grueling uphill marching, and at several points the men are close to mutiny. But they make it. At 8,100 feet, they reach the summit of the pass and the St. Bernard Hospice, where food and rest has been prepared.
50,000 people sleeping in
The
two
rest
houses.
of the army completes the crossing over the next 10 days. It is a testament to General Berthier's planning that just 5 men and a single cannon are lost.
Wow.
Contrary to Napoleonic propaganda, the first consul made the crossing on a sure-footed mule, trailing the army, rather than leading it on a charger. Lannes' advance guard presses forward into the Aosta Valley. They sweep aside small Austrian outposts, then surprise and scatter a whole battalion at Châtillon. But a nasty surprise awaits at Fort Bard. The fort, held by the indomitable
The
Captain
greatest thing about these videos is these pictures, man.
Bernkopf.
It makes everything so perfect.
400 troops dominates the pass with its heavy artillery.
Dude, have fun winning that.
Infantry and cavalry can skirt around it by means of a goat path, but artillery and wagons will be seriously delayed until Fort Bard is taken. A first assault by French grenadiers fails, with 200 casualties. The fort remains defiant, and for Napoleon, the clock is ticking. In Italy, the French position is increasingly desperate. On the 15th of May, the garrison of Savorna surrenders. In Genoa, Massena conducts a
Is his
brave
name
and
Bussy?
active defense. Though in one sortie, General Soult is badly wounded and captured. But now, starvation looms. There are already reports of cannibalism.
Whoa.
Napoleon
Whoa.
cannot wait for Fort Bard to fall.
And you know what the worst part is of cannibalism? You have to eat a French guy. One sec. It still exists in real life? Whoa. Whoa. Now it's just beautiful, though. Damn. Now it's just tourism, bro. Damn. Cool.
The army must push on without its guns and baggage, and hope to capture supplies from the Austrians. On the 23rd of May, Lannes attacks the enemy at Ivrea.
Austrians,
taking
can you
the
defend
town
one
and
position?
citadel.
One. Just one.
3 days later, he defeats General Hadig near the village of Romano. The Austrians fall back on Turin. With 30,000 French troops now pouring into Lombardy, Napoleon has done it. He has completed one of the most famous marches in history. Italy is wide
Which human
open.
meat do you think will be the best?
The
Which humans taste the best? So when we look at meat, we don't want much fat on it. So I will think like healthy people that only eat like someone Kevin Bacon. Maybe someone that eats only organic food, I guess, with low body fat. Okay. Why are people in chat saying women? That's fucked up. Okay, we're gonna stop that. Oh my god. Oh.
Austrians are scrambling to respond.
I have lots of mobbing. I think the thing with people like you, Morangi, is if I put you today. So today, I had a steak today. I swear to God, it was really big, and I put it in the frying pan, and it goes. Tss, and I've, that's the, We have struck you like lightning. The enemy can hardly believe it.
Melas quickly grasps the significance
Indians
of
right in
Napoleon's
Fanta.
maneuver. He immediately recalls Elsnitz's corps from the French frontier and sends his forces to guard the River Po crossings. He assumes the French will march to relieve Genoa. But despite the desperate plight of Massena and his starving garrison,
He ignores them.
Napoleon turns east, towards Milan. General Vukasovic holds the city, but heavily outnumbered, he retreats towards Mantua. On the 2nd of June, Napoleon enters the capital of Lombardy. But unlike the celebrations of 1796, this time, French troops are received in cold silence.
That's weird for Napoleon to go back to the city.
Locals have not forgotten
He's been there before.
Napoleon's brutal crackdowns of the past. Regardless, in Milan, his...
The good tasting cattle of Japan drink beer, get massages, are well fed and have a lazy life and are very tasty. But they don't have that much
army
body
can
fat,
finally
I
rest,
think, right?
and requisition much-needed supplies.
Compared to human.
3 days later,
Midges will taste like nuggets. I feel like that's
arrived from
better
the Army
defense.
of the Rhine. General Moncey's division,
Wagyu is fatty.
which has made its own arduous alpine crossing through the Gotthard Pass.
It's actually lots of fat.
First
Okay.
consul is on the cusp of achieving.
Why are we
his
asking
grand
who would taste the
encirclement.
best?
Back in the mountains, Fort Bard finally surrenders. But its stubborn defense means Napoleon will be short of guns and ammunition in the days ahead. Then, on the 8th of June, disastrous news arrives. Napoleon has asked too much of Massena. For weeks, Genoa has been a scene of utter horror. Several thousand civilians have starved to death or died of disease, along with 4,000 French soldiers. General Massena, his own health broken and furious at Napoleon's failure to relieve him, negotiates an honorable surrender, which will allow his surviving troops to return to France.
Why would you do that? Sorry. There was honorable warfare back then?
The
Fuck
fall
that!
of Genoa frees Ott and 12,000 soldiers to march
If I was a
north.
French general, if I was an Austrian general, and they're surrendering, I would put them in front of me and be like, French soldiers, I will let you go home if you never fight for Napoleon again. Oh, we will do it. And then like, you can go. And then they're leaving, right? They're happy. And then I'm like, but before you go, we're cutting off one of your hands. Cut off one hand so they can't pick up a weapon anymore. They can't go home, just one hand. I will go down in history books as the butcher of Genoa. Okay, I will take one hand, just to make sure. But I understand honorable warfare too, because if you're really fucking evil, people don't forget that. You make people very, very mad, bro. You know, like the Ukrainians will never forget what the Russians did and stuff like that. If you go too far, like Hitler, people don't forget that shit.
To join Melas.
Basil II did exactly that. My man, my
Napoleon
man.
is determined that the
Typical
Austrians
German.
will not now slip past him and escape his trap. And so he divides his army to cover all possible routes east. For once, it is Napoleon's forces that are overextended. And it is Lannes' advance guard that will pay the price. With 7,000 men, Lannes has secured a bridgehead across the River Po, near Belgioioso. On the 8th of June, he presses forward, intending to drive the enemy from the Stradella defile. But unknown to Lannes,
During that time, couldn't Austria go, Prussia, attack the Rhine now. They're all down here. UK, we need a little invasion, maybe in Brest or some shit, man. What's up?
he is on a collision course with General Ott's division, marching north from Genoa. He is about to stumble into a battle, outnumbered 2 to 1.
They wanted the glory for themselves? Britain did a navy-only build. Like, do some raids on the
On the
coastline.
morning of the 9th of June, Lannes' advance guard fights a running battle with what it believes to be an isolated Austrian unit, driving it back towards the walled town of Casteggio. In fact, it is General Ott's advance guard. What rolling hills and tall rye fields hide from view is the rest of Ott's command. 16,000 strong.
But I know the
Following
lore
up,
already, man.
close
Napoleon will
behind.
fuck everyone up again. He cannot lose.
Around noon, the French spot Austrian infantry holding a ridge to the south.
Damn, nice ambush.
Assuming it's the enemy rear guard, Lannes orders a brigade to swing round and attack. Meanwhile, his cavalry continues to Casteggio. They scatter the enemy in their path and break into the town, only to be surprised and countercharged by a much larger Austrian cavalry force. On the heights, the French make steady progress until 4,000 Austrian reinforcements hove into view. Soon, Lannes' men are being pulverized by artillery fire. His force is hard-pressed everywhere, and still, enemy reinforcements continue to arrive. But Ott is cautious and holds back a large reserve. The broken ground leaves him unsure of enemy strength, and he has orders not to be drawn into a major battle. At 2 p.m, Lannes receives his own reinforcements. 6,000 men of General Victor's division.
It must have felt so good. You're fucking exhausted, just... and you look down the hill and you see 6,000 dudes arrive, man.
No time.
That must have felt good.
Victor's 43rd line renews the attack on the right. The Austrian line buckles, falling back to a small stream. The rest of Victor's men race towards Casteggio. Under a hail of cannon fire, their advance stalls. But the 6th Light Infantry is able to cross the Coppa River to the north. Around the same time, French
so much
infantry
walking,
take
man.
Casa Il...
I went jogging yesterday. I already have a blister on my foot. I have a blister. And these guys are like flanking all day, man. Just
Guardiana,
walking.
splitting the Austrians in two.
Get these dicks in, man. Come on.
Fearing he will be outflanked, General Schellenberg, commanding the Austrian center, orders a slow...
I feel like, dude, reacting to videos is such easy content. I'm just sitting here, talking dumb shit, doing nothing. This guy's doing all the work. It feels dirty.
withdrawal.
Twitch Prime, guys.
Seeing
Sponsor
this,
down below.
Lannes sends the 96th line forward to storm Casteggio.
This always feels like you know, in HOI4, it's like Napoleon has a 25% damage buff. Austria cannot just fucking win a one-on-one.
With his men
It's like one French guy can kill 2 Austrians.
Ott orders a retreat to Voghera. The Battle of Montebello, as it becomes known, was a hard-fought soldiers' battle, in which French determination triumphed in the face of Austrian numbers and artillery. As Napoleon inspects the battlefield, he is greeted by an old friend, General Louis Dessay, who has escaped from Egypt during a temporary armistice.
What a sexy guy, man. Look at this guy. Do you think they made these pictures always a bit more good looking? You have to make me look good, you fucking peasant. Make me look good, asshole.
Just a year older than Napoleon, Dessay is another of France's brilliant
100%.
young generals, who will play a crucial role in the days ahead. He is immediately given command of 2 divisions. Montebello is a glorious victory for Lannes. Napoleon will one day reward him with the title Duke of Montebello. But the larger picture is unchanged. Napoleon still desperately seeks his decisive battle, the victory that may end the war with Austria, and will surely make his position as First Consul unassailable. But Napoleon allows fear of the Austrians' escape to dominate his thinking, and once more he divides his forces, just as Melas is ordering his forces to concentrate at Alessandria for battle. Napoleon has misjudged his opponent. He is headed towards a nasty surprise, a bloody battle that will cost him dear and threaten the future of the conflict.
Fucking epic, man. It's like, watch the next episode with this cliffhanger. Jesus
Napoleon
Christ.
needed a win in Italy. His last campaign in Egypt had been scuppered at the Battle of the Nile
Fucking
by the
cinema.
Royal Navy and a certain Rear Admiral Horatio Nelson. We've got a great new video on this decisive
We
naval
just saw that?
encounter featuring 13th of June, 1800. Napoleon Bonaparte. First
Akelas, I want to be invited to that. I would love to join that, 100%.
Consul of France has just pulled off one of history's boldest maneuvers. He has marched his army over the ice-covered Alps to arrive behind the Austrian army.
But I gotta say, Napoleon feels a little bit technocratic. He gives people roles and offices that are fit for the job, and not just his. You know what I mean?
Italy.
And it seems to be working.
He has captured Milan and defeated every enemy force he's met so far. Everything is going as planned.
One sec. Call me an idiot all you want, I don't care. Explain difference, technocracy and metocracy. A technology system where decision-making was held by technical experts, people with the special knowledge, blah, 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 blah. Metocracy is a system where people gain power or success based on their talent, effort, and achievements, regardless of the background. So it's more like, here it's more like science-based, and here it's more like everyone with talent. Maybe I'm actually not a technocrat, maybe I'm a meritocrat. Maybe that's actually what I am. I always told you, Tommy. You never responded to me on Discord, I told you. Maybe I'm a metrocrat.
Now, Napoleon spreads his forces in a wide cordon to prevent the escape of General Melas's Austrian army.
Couldn't you do a mix of meritocracy and technocracy?
Chabrun and 3,400
expertocracy?
men guard the River Po. General Lapointe, with 3,500 men, is sent to reinforce him. General Desaix,
If you're a retard kappa,
with
watch your
5,000
FIFA
men,
games.
moves south to block the road to Genoa.
It's more like a retardocracy.
This leaves Napoleon with just 22,000 men, advancing west onto the plains of Scrivia. But the first consul has been misled by the over-optimistic reports of scouts and spies. Melas is not planning to retreat. He has concentrated 30,000 veteran troops around the fortress city of Alessandria.
But he will still fuck it up somehow, man. Can they get a win, these Austrians?
Supplied, and have a great
And then they start 2 world
superiority
wars.
in cavalry and
Honestly, the true villain of Earth has always been the Austrians. They are kind of the worst
artillery.
country to ever exist, if you think about it.
And they are preparing.
Still
to
nowadays.
attack.
Have you seen them?
Oblivious to the looming threat, on the 13th of June, General Victor and his 2 divisions lead the French advance on Alessandria. In heavy rain, his men drive a small Austrian rearguard from the village of Marengo back towards a fortified bridgehead
Run,
on the
man.
Bormida River. But the French find the crossing heavily defended.
Whoa, look at that
So,
fort, eh?
soaked and exhausted, with darkness falling, they halt the pursuit. Weeks ago, Napoleon had predicted that the decisive battle of the campaign would be fought on this very ground.
Austria has the brains, Germany was the machine.
East
It's
of
actually kind of deep.
Alessandria.
It's not a bad quote, man.
But now, he is convinced that Melas will not risk battle. What he and his men cannot see beyond the Bormida, because they have lit no campfires, are 30,000 Austrians assembled for an assault. Within hours, Napoleon will discover that his army is fighting for its life.
How's he gonna win this shit now? I'm getting a bit tired of Napoleon. I feel like a real-life German in this period. Like, what the fuck? At some point, man, get fucked, bitch. Dude, if I'm Austria here, right? I'm getting a letter from Austria. Hey, bro, you know, dude, I'm marching a fucking Austrian army down there. 50,000 Prussians. I mean, not Austrians. And I surprise Napoleon with a backstab, bro. That's what I will do. Murder his fucking ass.
The 14th of June. Napoleon's forces are spread across 8 miles of open country and scattered vineyards. General Victor's 2 divisions
Play U5 when the new DLC is out.
holding Marengo and the main road. Behind him, General Lannes and several cavalry regiments.
I would love to play EU5 France, or maybe EU4 France, but you know what I always say about France is too big for me in these games. I like small nations you build up slowly, but France is such a massive behemoth in these video games.
Napoleon, with the Consular Guard and Monniere's division, is yet further back. Melas's forces are concentrated west of the Bormida, behind the Austrian bridgehead. His chief of staff...
The generals of Austria are just rich aristocrats, were France commanders or beasts. Let me ask something deeply historical, and you guys, I know you guys are all historical majors in university. Wouldn't you think that the military victories of the Napoleonic era France are kind of based in the idea of the French Revolution, whereas the destruction of the idea of aristocrats having all these offices actually helped, because now you would actually place talented officers as generals and war leaders, whereas the other countries were still behind with that. Wouldn't you think the technological advance that they researched in EU4 and HOI4 is actually the ending of our aristocracy leading armies? In a way, the guillotine made them win so much, if you think about it, right?
General Anton von Zach has planned a two-pronged assault.
And now I ask myself, this is what I always say, why don't we do this in real life with politicians? Why don't we install politicians that are actually good at their job? The Minister of Education is a uni professor. The Ministry of Health is some fucking chief doctor from a hospital. We're not doing that nowadays anymore, guys. We're not giving positions in politics to talented people. No, we're not. And you all know it.
General Ott's division will cross the river and advance north to Castel.
Everyone wants to guillotine bad ministers.
Melas, with the bulk of the army, will attack directly up the main road.
Because talented people don't do politics.
At 8 a.m.
That's why you have to always make the politicians should be people that don't want to do it. That's the best politicians.
The Austrians begin their advance.
Katharina Reich is very talented at making money. That woman, bro.
At the Vedrabona farm, Gardan's division comes under heavy bombardment. He falls back to join the rest of Victor's troops, which are deploying behind the Fontanone stream. This narrow, steep-sided waterway runs the length of the battlefield and is swollen by recent rain. The only easy crossing is a small wooden bridge at the main road. And on the far bank, Victor's men are shielded by trees and sturdy farmhouses. As the Austrians approach the Fontanone, they are hit by a hail of musket
Interesting,
fire.
man. Interesting.
Scores go down as they struggle to cross the stream. General Hadig leads a charge, but falls mortally wounded. After several failed attacks, the Austrians fall back with heavy losses.
I mean, you shouldn't try to cross that river, man.
North of Victor's position, General Bellegarde's brigade crosses the Fontanone.
We're watching these videos a lot now, and I'm starting to learn and see patterns. It feels like to win in the Napoleonic era, just always do one more flank. I flank you. No, I'm flanking you. No, I flank you. I flank you. And at one point you're on Russia, but just keep flanking forever and ever.
11 a.m. But General Lannes's division takes up position on Victor's flank. They drive off Bellegarde
To this day,
and re-establish the line along the stream.
they can't win a war. This really reminds me, sometimes I play HOI4 and my enemy is just wrecking me and I'm like, why? And they have all these natural spirits and buffs, and that's what Napoleon feels like. You can't fucking do anything. It's just these buffs.
It is now a hot, humid summer's day, as Austrian attacks continue and fighting rages along the Fontanone. More and more Austrian cannon are pulled up and begin to pulverize the French line. Throughout the morning, Melas's
How do you
army
beat
is
that Austrian
by
army,
narrow
bro?
crossing points and marshy ground. General
Someone
Zach's
is gonna
failure to
arrive.
anticipate these bottlenecks has cost several hours. Nevertheless, by noon, the Austrians have 30,000
They're totally listening to me. I just said it, right? I just said it. Just keep flanking forever.
men and 92 guns in position. They still only face Lannes and Victor's tiring divisions, 16,000 men and 16 guns. The French urgently need reinforcements, but as the Austrians begin their next attack, Napoleon and the rest of the army are nowhere to be seen. The greatest
Teleports
danger
behind.
is on the French right, where General Ott's division has occupied Castelceriolo virtually unopposed, and now threatens Lannes' flank.
Best of luck to you. What does that
Then
mean?
the Austrians find a gap near the
The first
French
hour of
center.
today's stream was very special.
Rush
A lot of you
3
guys haven't seen it.
battalions across the Fontenone.
I hope you make it alive, Tommy.
Around the same time,
I always liked you. Don't come to school.
1,500 Austrian dragoons circle around the French left, but are charged and routed by General Kellerman's heavy cavalry.
Dude, that must have been a crazy battle, dude.
The Austrians do succeed
Damn.
in taking La Stortigliona farm, threatening Victor's left.
Sleep well tonight,
An
Tommy.
Austrian cavalry charge over the Marengo bridge.
Why would you
is
go over that
also
bridge?
repulsed by Kellerman.
Suicide! The first hour of your
odds
stream
are
day
too
was top
great.
favorite moment ever? I think so. The first hour of today's stream. If you're ever bored, chat, check out the first hour of today's stream. Something very special happens. It was very, very, very weird.
Some French units are completely out of ammunition.
I'm still weirded out by that. I'm gonna think about that in
They
bed
have
tonight.
just a handful of
What happened? I
cannon,
can't explain.
and their line is
I cannot
breaking.
explain, bro.
Facing encirclement.
Can you summarize it?
Victor's
No.
divisions are the first to give way, losing 400 men captured in Marengo.
Napoleon, man, go help him.
Another 300 French soldiers are left behind in Casabianca, where they hold out stubbornly for several hours. Covered by the 96th Demi Brigade and Kellerman's watchful cavalry, Victor's division retreat.
And that I want to do a little division. You know how you guys, I once told you how that I have a movie in my head called The Cook. And in that movie, if you guys remember it, I will try to place the main character at one of these battles. And he's like shocked by it, like, whoa, what the fuck?
Half a mile to Spinetta.
I think the Napoleonic era would be perfect for that movie. Yeah.
The Austrians pour over the Fontenone. Lannes pulls back to maintain the French line.
Pseudo-man.
The heroes of Montebello are on the brink.
Austria winning for once. But no. You didn't expect him. Suddenly a murmur of joy and hope rose from the ranks. The man of battles and victories appeared. Bonaparte. It's a movie! They're in trouble, they're about to die, all of a sudden. Death! Death! Na 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 na! This is a straight up real life movie, bro.
When the Austrian
That's
attack
probably the music
began,
that played when you arrived.
Napoleon was 7 miles away, at his headquarters in Torre Garofoli. Although he could hear the distant thunder of cannon, he did not grasp its full significance and remained focused on blocking the Austrians' escape. Only at 11 AM did reports arrive to reveal the gravity of the situation.
Napoleon, you gotta go help.
knows there is not a moment to lose. He scrawls an order to Desaix, who he sent to cut off the Austrian retreat, and is now 4 miles.
In the movie, this was a 10-second clip.
I had thought to attack the enemy. They have attacked me. Come.
The
in
flag is
name of
legit super
God,
wrong,
if you
okay.
still can. He sends the same order to General Lapointe. Then he races to the front with his own.
By the way, I feel like flags were much sicker back then.
Monnier's division and
Look
the
much better.
Consular Guard.
Don't the Austrians kind of have the flag of the Empire, Emperor of Mankind in 40k? The two-headed eagle?
By 3 p.m.,
HRE,
Lannes and Victor have retreated almost a mile. Austrian cavalry shadow their withdrawal, forcing the French to stay in close formation.
Napoleon!
Austrian guns send round shot crashing through the packed ranks. Remarkably, the French battalions are still holding. When Napoleon arrives, he sees the main threat is on the right, where Ott is poised to turn the French flank.
I feel like so far this is my favorite battle. This battle feels
To counter this,
massive.
he sends Monniere's division to Castelcerriolo, forcing Ott to draw off troops. But that still leaves General Schellenberg's 4,000-strong division.
How does Austria lose this, bro? They look so strong.
Napoleon commits his ultimate reserve. 900 men of the elite consular guard.
Wow, the Gigachats.
Against the odds,
The Space
guard
Marines.
repels enemy cavalry and holds its own in a close-range firefight with Austrian infantry, buying time for the
I have a weird question. What do you think makes a veteran in this period? Why are they better? So what do we have? Endurance, equipment, accuracy of shot. Yeah, what exactly is experience though? Not panicking, 4, discipline, more knowledge at weapons like reloading and stuff. So like these 5, 6 things I would think.
rest of the army to fall back. Napoleon describes them as his granite redoubt. The legend of the Guard is being born.
This is where the old guard is
Now
born.
isolated and about to be overwhelmed. When
Shut up, don't give me a movie thing that they're now killing everyone alone. Fuck off.
Austrian dragoons hit their exposed flank and rear,
And they're all dead.
redoubt crumbles.
Okay, good. Nice. I like to see some Game of Thrones realism here. Good.
The Guard is forced to flee.
Fuck him.
Some surrender. Many are cut down. By the end of the day, the Guard has suffered more than 50% casualties.
Wow. Legends.
With the retreat of the Guard,
Imagine dying in that battle and 200 years later a fat ginger boomer's like, oh, you suck. Nope. 6'7" skibbity, you suck.
Napoleon has no more cards left to play.
And he still wins it
The
somehow.
French army retreats steadily through the vineyards, battered by constant Austrian artillery fire.
Jesus.
Casualties and stragglers mean there are just 6,000 men.
It's over,
left
you
holding
lost.
the French line.
You lost. Don't spoil chat.
General Melas is satisfied that the French have been beaten. Having been injured in a fall from his horse, he now hands over command to his chief of staff, General Zach. Then he returns to Alessandria to draft a report describing his great victory.
No
He
way.
has underestimated French
I'm getting a bit tired of
resilience
Napoleon, man. The guy's
and
cheating.
the fickle fortunes of war.
It makes you think a little bit with tyrants and autocrats that they think they're chosen by God. Everything we've seen on the stream, Napoleon gets the fuck out of it for 20 years. I would also think I'm the Messiah. Look at Hitler, right? Oh, wait, what? I beat France? We took France? Whoa. Maybe I am fucking amazing. No fucking wonder they're thinking they're fucking unstoppable, dude. They think God is on their side. It's time to win another. Lisan al-Gaib.
General Louis Desaix, just 31
here we
years
go.
old, brave, brilliant.
That guy will
and
steal a
modest.
girlfriend, man.
Napoleon describes their friendship as one his heart has for no other.
Imagine you're Trump, you win these elections, you get shot in the ear, you still survive. Makes total sense you think you're the fucking Jesus.
That morning, his orders were to lead Boudet's division, 5,000 strong, across the Scrivia River to cut off the Austrian escape. But the recent rain
Edwin.
had raised the water level and delayed his crossing. When Desaix heard the sound of battle to the north, he'd halted his men and sent a courier to get news. Napoleon's desperate order to return does not reach him until midday. Immediately, he about
No
turns
way you
his
win this.
division
Fuck that.
and marches to the sound of the guns.
One guy arrives, fucking King Eomer over here, and saves everyone? Fuck off.
Desaix arrives on the eastern edge of the battlefield at 5 p.m. to find the French army in full.
With every minute I watch this, you gotta make an HBO show. You gotta... The viewer's like, oh no, the hero, he lost. Napoleon lost. Lisa, he's gonna lose. But wait! It's Desiree Boudala, and he's gonna do things.
Napoleon is at San Giuliano, 5 miles east of Marengo, where thousands of wounded soldiers
You could make so much cinema with this show.
The mood is grim and despondent. But news of Desaix's arrival spreads like an electric shock. Here they are! Here they are! The troops
Huzzah!
exclaim. Napoleon is rejuvenated. We have gone back far enough today, he tells his troops.
Every episode has great cliffhangers.
You know
Yeah.
that my custom is
Kind of
always
sad that Ridley Scott will take 100 million and fuck it up so much, man. It's like actually sad a little bit.
sleep on the field of battle.
Not even mad, just sad.
The Austrian
music, bro.
army is advancing on all fronts, but they are now scattered and disordered, and they have diverted forces north and south in an attempt to encircle the enemy. What's more, General Zach has advanced to lead the pursuit, handing overall command to General Keim. Several other Austrian generals have been wounded. Chains of command have become dangerously muddled.
I will now predict we're going to see Napoleon's modus operandi attack small portions of the enemies to make his overwhelming numbers not so overwhelming.
Using Desaix's fresh troops, Napoleon now prepares a last-ditch counterattack with all the supporting forces he can rally. General Marmont concentrates all the available guns, 18 of them, to
Grande
blast
batterie.
the Austrians. Then, with the 9th Light Demi Brigade in the lead, the attack begins. The rapid fire of these experienced skirmishers staggers the Austrian advance. General Zach orders up more artillery,
Dude, bro,
sends
just...
forward his elite grenadiers. The 9th Light falls back.
Austria, use these cannons maybe?
To the Austrians, it seems the French are retreating once more. Suddenly, they are blindsided by the rest of Desaix's fresh troops, emerging without warning through the vineyards. Desaix joins the 9th Light and leads them forward in a bayonet charge.
Oh god.
At this moment, he is shot through the heart and killed instantly.
Oh, I thought he's gonna be like this big hero.
Seeing their commander fall,
That
the
wasn't very
9th Light
intelligent.
cries, "Vengeance!" and surges forward. General Kellerman thunders in with...
This is what happened this morning. It was a very weird stream this morning.
Not you, all of us, we need to gather in Discord, which I'm talking to you.
You guys gotta watch that, man. And it was
400
weird. I
heavy
talked to Mafia
cavalry.
Boss this morning, yeah. I did.
They crash into the Austrian left
Why would
flank.
you suicide like that, man? It was so stupid.
To add to the chaos, an Austrian
The
ammunition
9th Light Brigade was the second most decorated regiment at the end of the war. They had the nickname of the Incomparable.
wagon is hit and detonates in a tremendous explosion. The combined effect is devastating.
Bro, a hero comes and then he dies and then his body explodes in righteous fire?
Panic spreads. Morale collapses. In just a few minutes, hundreds of Austrians lay down their arms and surrender. Thousands more flee, spreading terror among troops in the
Imagine you're
rear.
the guy in Alessandria and you're like, wait, what? Thank you, George, my dude.
General Zach, trapped in the rout, is among the 2,000 Austrian prisoners.
Dude, I'm exhausted just watching this.
In an instant, the entire momentum of the battle has swung 180 degrees. Thousands of French troops who'd been retreating moments ago stop and join the attack. As the Austrian center collapses, General Ott's division becomes dangerously exposed. His men soon join the rest of the army in their race to escape.
Imagine running away like that. You probably run like never before in your life.
Later that evening, General Murat adds the coup de grace, launching a final French cavalry charge that seals victory.
Man, I don't know much about history and battles. You guys know much more, but that feels like one of the most legendary battles I've ever heard of in my life. I've never heard of this in my life, but wow. It's like one of my favorite battles ever.
Their bridgehead.
Insanity.
The Battle of Marengo was one of the greatest comebacks of the Napoleonic era.
It's edited to be just legendary. Yeah, stop always being such a bitch.
The French are completely victorious by nightfall.
Damn.
But it has been an exceptionally costly affair. The French lose a quarter of their...
In the Ridley Scott movie, it's 10 seconds and Napoleon charges in. Ridley Scott, man, huh? It's not looking so well. How old is he legit? That is actually... Okay, he's fucking... Okay, it makes sense. The guy was on his peak for a long time here, but yeah. He even made Kingdom of Heaven, damn, but... Jeez.
Their army as casualties. The Austrians, more than a third.
The movie covers more than one battle? No shit, Sherlock Holmes. Are you a bit dumb today, Max Weeman? What's wrong with you?
Napoleon himself contributed little to the victory. If not for the skill of his officers, the steadiness of his
that's how it goes sometimes, huh?
and above all, Desaix's last-minute arrival, he would surely have been defeated.
Just don't go into Russia,
the
bro.
taste of victory is soured further
Shut through the
when Napoleon learns that his friend Desaix has been killed.
Kind of suicidal though,
He
bro.
tells
Like,
his secretary,
what are you doing?
Yes, Bourrienne, I am satisfied. But
Well,
Desaix...
Rodino's even crazier.
Ah, what a triumph this would have been if I could have embraced him tonight on the field of battle. Instead...
The movie is about Napoleon's person, not his battles, not made from... I think you're a fucking moron, Max. I think you're stupid. I just want to say it. I think you're a fucking idiot.
He dines alone. According to legend, on a hastily improvised dish of local ingredients that becomes known as chicken Marengo.
Oh.
General
Ridley Scott literally told historians they were not there to know what actually happened.
Melas, shaken by his unexpected defeat, is unsure how to react. Some of his officers urge him to continue fighting. Others advise him to escape. French forces are closing in from all directions. Hoping to buy time, Melas proposes a ceasefire to bury the dead.
It's really yummy. Chicken Marengo. Napoleon was kind of the first real influencer. Oh my god, looks good.
Uses, unless Melas is also willing to discuss terms for the Austrian evacuation of northwest Italy. With little
Made chicken
bargaining
Marengo cooking
leverage,
stream.
the old Austrian
I ate great chicken today.
accepts. Over the following days, Melas and Berthier negotiate a comprehensive armistice. In exchange for safe passage back to Austria, Melas agrees to evacuate Piedmont, Genoa, and Lombardy.
Damn.
France will once more dominate northern Italy. Napoleon has achieved his victory.
The Pope still owed so much shit, huh?
As France's new head of state. What's more, the near miraculous manner of his victory assures him more than ever of his own special destiny. The gods of war and fortune are
At this
with him.
point, you must think he
What
is
limit
chosen
can
or
there
some
be
shit.
to his accomplishments? That winter, Moreau inflicts a second crushing defeat on the Austrians at the Battle of Hohenlinden.
Ah, there's also a guy in the north doing
Defeated
stuff.
in Italy, and now Germany too, Austria finally sues for peace. The subsequent Treaty of Lunéville sees the French frontier advance to the River Rhine.
Damn.
In Italy, French client republics are officially recognized by Austria. And the following year, France annexes Piedmont. France is now larger and stronger, than at any time since the reign of Charlemagne 1,000 years ago. She has just one remaining enemy.
Damn.
Great Britain. In 1801, British victories at Alexandria
Ottoman
and
Empire is so
Copenhagen
big, but has zero
drive
influence,
home
man.
the fact that France cannot challenge Britain at sea, nor abroad. Britain has seen her continental allies defeated, and Russia is now actually threatening war. She has no prospect of building another coalition to challenge France on land. Both sides are exhausted by war. The result, after months of negotiation, peace. For the first
Treaty
time
of
in
Amiens.
Europe in 10 years.
What a movie,
How
bro.
long it will last, nobody is quite sure.
Wow. I want to play EU4.
Do you think you could replicate
Oh.
Napoleon's glory?
No, I can't.